Ladies and gentlemen, what's up with you guys? You guys are feeling good, man. Hold up. Let me do that really quick. Hold up. Camera's about to go dark for a second. Give me a second. Oh, what the hell? Well, we're dropping shit. My fault, y'all. My fault. The hell just happened, y'all. The hell just happened, y'all. Just hell. Sorry about that. Well, I wanted to. I was looking for something. I don't know if I can find it. I wanted to watch this right here.
All rise for the Chud the Builder.
Let it go down. I feel like that shit's loud as fuck. Who's this? I feel like this would be good, but I don't know what the hell that is.
Builder support meeting. Now listen, guys.
That shit is loud as fuck. Hold up. Hold up.
Chud's in jail. The charges are serious. The judge is already watching what we're doing. So I've got a couple of rules that I need to lay down right now so that we can do whatever we need to do.
Christopher, this shit is loud in my ears.
Support our boy Chud. The plan is really simple. Don't threaten anybody. Don't harass anybody. Don't turn this into a culture war. Don't make content around the court case and all this stuff. And whatever you do, don't attack the judge. Capiche?
All right, take him into custody. Told you, sir, you did not have a speech warrant today. You decided that you wanted one for.
I'm about to turn my camera off. Just
know why, but take him into custody.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What the fuck? Hold up. Right. There we go. I just want to turn my camera back on. Sorry about that, guys. Make sure everything pops back on. Then we should be good.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Better than ever. Stronger than ever.
We're good.
I just want to show you guys what happened, right? We have to start over from the beginning again.
But
we're good. Everything's backed up
on
these bad boys right here.
They're backed up on these bad boys. Three of them.
All my videos.
Then
I found some extra ones in my storage.
That one. This one right here. Then this one right here. These are going to be all some storages that we're going to use exclusively for streaming storage. For streaming storage. Look, even this right here. Even show you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look what I did here. I think this one is a partition of this one right here. Yeah. Pretty sure I partitioned that one. I wish I could make it bigger, but I wasn't trying to literally start from the screen, the image. I mean the Windows screen, and do it from there. I wanted to just do it from within the computer.
And then this one is just going to be, I'm actually going to, once I'm done streaming today, I'm actually going to be creating a restore point. I've never done that before. It is not difficult. I've just never done it because I never felt the need to do it. But now that I'm streaming, I'm going to be creating a restore point, and that restore point is going to basically be on this one here, which is exactly the same thing as this one. I gotta find, in my computer, I gotta get something that allows me to add more drive storage. So I can have, because I would literally like to have Windows just exclusively on its own disk in itself. Nothing else, nothing more, no less, just only in there, right? So that's gonna be that. But we're good. Like I said, this is because I'm on the iPhone, recording the camera, so you guys see my beautiful luscious skin. But yeah, now we're back, man. We're back. Computer's basically been clean, reorganized. As you can see, I haven't partitioned this like times now, just keeping it simple. I can show you guys right here. This is all just the simple stuff right here. What was it? Oh yeah, I think I was downloading Minecraft again, so download that back. Then you got all this. Then you got my Steam games in here, OBS related stuff, OBS the main software, videos and stuff like that. So we should be a lot more organized. So when it does come to a crash or anything like that, but yeah, right after this, we're gonna be creating a restore point. But like I said, just want to let you guys know that we are doing stuff. As we get better, like I said, it's going to get better, a little bit more organized. I've been watching a little bit of this guy, Ombizi. He has actually really good videos, man. Really good videos like this guy. I think a lot of people tend to watch him too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I really like this guy's videos, man. I think he gives like really good points. So hey, by all means, watch the bad boy. Watch the bad boy. But yeah, and then also last thing too. I'm gonna try and start. I'm gonna try and start making bigger moves with a lot of my stuff now. I'm gonna try and start at least something simple for my channel banner. Try and do something simple. What else? Obviously a picture for my logo as well, and then I'm going to try to start live streaming. I don't know if I'll be able to. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it, because I do want to shop for the character, my character Don Silky, because that is the name of the channel. But I want him to be something that is kind of like fun and cool, you know, kind of like another side of me that's really like unfiltered, really just doesn't give a fuck about shit. So I would love to start creating that. And then what else? That's about it. If I'm gonna be honest with you, that's about it. Nothing too much, nothing too big. Just kind of actually trying to start boosting it up. I'm actually going to be ordering some stuff as well. I do have some ideas that I want to try and get out at least before this summer. I was going to talk to a couple of my people. When I mean people, I mean my cousins. They tend to know where like all the parties at. Hey, shit, I kind of want to stream a party one day. You know, see how those bad boys go out. Fuck it. Bring my cameraman. He be the one at work and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Call it a day. But let's get into the video, man. I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm actually happy I was able to. I was still setting up a little bit more today because yesterday everything got finished fairly late. And then I had to do a couple other stuff on top of that. So, but yeah, we should be back. We should be good. Should be getting back into the flow thing. And then I'll set up OBS again. But that's besides the point. Still watching the video.
All rise for the Chud the Builder support meeting. Now listen, guys, Chud's in jail. The charges are serious. The judge is already watching what we're doing. So I've got a couple of rules that I need to lay down right now so that we can do whatever we need to do to support our boy Chud. The plan is really simple. Don't threaten anybody. Don't harass anybody. Don't turn this into a culture war. Don't make content around the court case and all this stuff. And whatever you do, don't attack the judge. Capiche?
All right. Take him
Bro. Free my boy Chud. Free my boy Chud.
I don't know why, but take him.
All right, Rodney, we speaking, of course. Come on.
Look, I normally would feel bad for being so redundant on this channel, but I am nothing short of elated coming to give you guys this news every single chance that I get. This most recent Chud the Builder update is horrible for any Chud the Builder defenders, supporters, and fans. This is arguably worse than when the judge told them, yo, we're not using any of this crowd-funded money. This is worse than when people were making up all these scenarios about, you know, how this was self-defense. This is the worst news that Chud the Builder has gotten. Today he was in court regarding the Nashville, Tennessee situation in which he had dined and dashed and was resisting arrest from police officers. According to this last hearing, the judge ruled against the defense in their request to get this Nashville charges dropped. That means that the restaurant case is moving forward. He can't run from what he is facing. So even if something happens in the other bond case, he'll still have to be dealing with this one right here. But that's not even the worst of it all. Chud the Builder and his supporters have been running around with this gimmick for a while about how he's being unfairly treated.
You know, I spoke to Chud on the phone. He called me.
You guys don't know who this guy is. Once again, another one of those just kind of crazy internet personalities. I don't. If I'm gonna be honest, I've seen videos about this guy. If you guys don't know this guy, he is the guy who kind of goes around. I don't know. You probably seen the famous clip where it's like, I think it was like a kid saying he was gonna kill himself or something like that. And he was like, oh man, I'm sorry you feel about that, pal. And he's like, this is your worst fucking day or something like that. This guy's basically like, he's literally just an anarchist. But I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if he was doing this stuff ironically. Like, obviously, the shit he's doing is kind of crazy. Flat out being racist on certain occasions. Bro is kind of crazy. But I don't remember. But obviously, if he would, let's see what he's about to say right now.
They're basically trying to keep him in jail at any cost. Like, I don't want to get into everything that's going on because I don't want them to try to use it against him in any way. So I'm going to wait until Thursday and we're going to see what happens there. All right. But we're praying for Chud and I have spoken to him. He's in good spirits. He's okay. He's just upset.
Once again, that right there is part of his character bit. You know what I'm saying? It is a part of it, having the little back in the background. I was imitating, the stereotype that black people live that. I mean, majority of them do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But that whole, beat in the background, like you said, he's basically making fun of, like, even then, look at the art in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Because
guy's kind of
rightfully
a terrible person.
They're just moving the goalposts like all the time.
What this person is referring to is the judge making it plain and crystal clear. Hey, your supporters are making this situation worse for you. Not only are they trying to spin narratives about this situation, but they're literally making threats towards the judge himself, which has to be the dumbest thing in the world.
That's fucking crazy.
People who have been
Who does
encouraging
that
this content from Chud the Builder, and now they're acting surprised when the system sees not only him, but also the support that he has as dangerous. This update is.
Hold up. I think double audio is coming through. Hold on. Let me just do this.
Oh, I hope that wasn't like fucking up for a majority of the thing. Y'all know how it is. I have terrible control with audio.
It's just about Chud the Builder losing in court. It's Chud's entire ecosystem is making everything worse for him, and we've got to talk about it. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It's going to go a long way for the channel. Come along with us as we rejoice and be glad in Chud the Builder seemingly making every possible wrong decision and move that he can. Now, back into the video. I will not be intimidated by threats. Those are the words that a Tennessee judge used on Chud the Builder as they decided to go forward with making matters worse for Chud the Builder in these situations that he's dealing with. In regard,
one thing I do wonder about threats when it comes to that field, I wonder if they're actually a little bit more willing to act on it, right? I say that because I'm pretty sure, like, obviously when you're a YouTuber or a streamer or whatever you are, even just like let's just call you an internet personality, right? Are you more like I said, I think we went over this before, but as a girl, I think you are more likely to get attacked, right? Hold on, let me do this really quick. It's not bad, but I know it's not good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting any like droppage. Okay, we should be good on that one. All right, cool. We should be good. Yeah. Saying disconnected, reconnecting. Are we back? We should be good. There we go. Cool, we're back. All right, cool. Might take a little bit for it to catch up, but we should be good. But yeah, like I was saying, those attacks, man, those attacks on people's lives, like, like, are they more willing to act on it because it's a judge? You know what I'm saying? Judges do get killed. Well, not all the time, but, they are. I do hear about, occasionally, this judge's been killed or this thing happened, yada, 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 but...
regards to this incident in Nashville, Tennessee. You see, back
bro.
on June 17th, when they had another...
That boy right there is sharp-eyed. That boy an elf. That boy an elf. Or an imp. At least something. That boy is of whimsical creation.
Bond hearing. They decided that they were going to keep the bond amount the same
magic
and
ain't
that
work
they
no more,
weren't going to revoke said bond. And post that situation, the judge, Melissa Blackburn, received threats all weekend long. This is a quote by her. She says, following that ruling, the court received numerous threats over the phone and on social media, Blackburn said. And I mean numerous threats. My assistant was dealing with them. You got these idiots at home talking about how Chud the Builder is just walking up to these Black people on the street and they are chimping out. They're overreacting about decisions and words that are being said. But when we get in the courtroom, when Chud the Builder is having to face these consequences, and these are just words that are being said to and about somebody else, might I add you have his supporters at home doing the chimping out that they're alleging people to do. They're freaking out, they're going crazy, and now they're sending threats. Ultimately, and I do mean ultimately, making these situations worse for Chud the Builder. Mind you, he's supposed to be building some sort of character case, promising that he's not somebody that's going to disturb the peace and is going to be a model citizen. That really does hurt when you have your idiot supporters out there in the streets going insane in the membrane on the people that are ultimately going to make these decisions. Let me make it perfectly clear. I have a sworn duty to enforce the law. I'm going to perform that duty, she said. I will not be intimidated. You can threaten whoever you want to threaten. A threat to me is a threat to the finest system of justice we've created. I'm going to do my duty. I'm going to bind all three cases over to the grand jury. Ether Lee's attorney, Jake Finley, asked Blackburn to allow Ether Lee to testify in support of his motion to instate bond, but Blackburn did not allow it. Going over to grand jury is not a good thing for Chud the Builder. People, do y'all understand what's going on? This judge is saying, fuck all the shenanigans that you got going on. We're not playing them games. All these mind games and trickery that you're trying to play on me, I can see right through them. And it doesn't make it any better because your supporters are coming behind you and making it worse. He's in a terrible situation right now. This separation that he's been trying to do from his online personality to what the character that he's trying to paint in court is it's not going so well, because they can fight these tweets of past and old and give justification and clarification for all these things. But when in real time that stuff is spilling over into the courtroom, what else is a judge gonna think? And I know somebody would want me to give fair judgment over how the judge is proceeding in this situation. She's abusing her power, Omar. She's doing too much right now.
I was curious. I was actually curious about that. I just didn't know if I had even the ability to say what was being said. But can the judge? I mean, they can do whatever they want. Obviously, there has to be a level of respect and obviously fair ruling. But can a judge actually do that based off of how people around him are treating the situation? Is that allowed? Is that able to affect him? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of those things is like I guess what it's, let's say, I'm trying to think, I guess you could say, like, if you had a big fan base and like obviously he does, literally assaulting the judge and saying, hey, this is wrong and this is what's being done. Can you get charged or even just be like, oh, you know what? Actually, no, because obviously, yeah, he's trying to separate his online presence from his court presence, right? Or but that's anything. You know what I'm saying? That's anything, depending on what it is. If out on the outside you're a murderer, in that court you got to come off as a little bit more, I got to come off a little bit more appealing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to present yourself a certain way. So I'm curious how that is, but let's see. I don't know, maybe he explains it.
I genuinely, and I do mean this, genuinely do not care. I'm even under the assumption that she was being graceful, not just this judge, but the other judge that he has in this situation. But in real time, his supporters are proven that there should not be any grace that is extended to him. Your supporters are a reflection of you. So the supporters are showing in real time that, hey, these aren't just clips and stuff, lady. These aren't out of context tweets and moments. No, this is the real deal Holyfield, and we giving it to you live and in action. Mind you, his community is a monkey see, monkey do, no pun intended,
Holy
type of
shit.
community. So they're only regurgitating the stuff that they would see from Chud the Builder. This is from the executive director of security from the restaurant in which Chud the Builder stole from. Christopher Morrison, executive director of security and loss prevention at the Omni Hotel, testified on June 25th that eventually he felt it was best for the restaurant to cut its losses and let Etherly leave early. You see, this is them giving grace to a Chud the Builder. He needed to go more than that money was worth, Morrison said. They were willing to let him slide, but he decided that he was going to try to rub their faces in it. Once out on the street, Etherly yelled racial slurs. He was arrested by a sergeant in the entertainment district unit. Etherly's case will go before a Nashville grand jury in the coming months. He is being held in the Montgomery.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If you just racist like this, you just subhuman garbage. I mean, like equivalent to like Cap. You know what I'm saying? I think racism is just so. It's just so useless. It's so useless, right? I don't know why. I mean, obviously, I understand. You know, people built the way they built. But man, I'm telling you, man, like obviously, yeah, we all make the jokes here and there. We all make the jokes about stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no saint myself. You know, I make a lot of stereo jokes, you know what I'm saying? Stereotype jokes. But let's be real. You know what I'm saying? All right, people who are just straight up racist, subhuman, low IQ individuals.
County
Power.
Y'all understand what this means? This means that at every twist and turn, not only were people giving Chud the Builder the grace and space to just disconnect, like, we don't want you, gang. We don't want to deal with you, the nonsense that come with you, all this other stuff like that. But then he decided to rub it in his face. And so now when he's in court trying to paint a different picture and character about himself, his audience is repeating that same cycle. They're trying to give him some sort of grace and leeway in this situation. But now his supporters are doubling and tripling down on the nonsense. Instead of making the situation better by writing character letters, doing these GoFundMes for his family, trying to make him out to be a good person, they did the exact opposite of what you should be doing for somebody in this situation.
Hey guys, I'm just leaving the courthouse where Dalton Netherly just had his court hearing with Judge Blackburn. Jacob Fenley did amazing. It was embarrassing to be the prosecutor. When it came time for the judge to make her decision, she went into victim mode, saying that she had been threatened, you know, had all these threats coming, doesn't say who, doesn't say from where, just starts talking about everything besides the evidence that was just brought forth. My faith in the legal system is at an all-time low. I pray I never get a judge like that.
This guy right here in this video is not only an ignoramus, but this is that leader of the Chud the Builder fan page that's been tweeting out these tweets that have been trying to paint these pictures about Chud, trying to skew these narratives.
Crazy,
the
man,
one that in a couple videos ago attacked Poetic Flacco for not having any video evidence, or at least not providing the video evidence that Flacco said that he had. You can kind of tell what type of person this is based off of the way they talk. They're diminishing any things that Chud the Builder did, any actions that he did, and bigging him up. And everybody else is the victim, everybody else is the problem, to the tune of making up things. Remember that. And all of this framing that he's trying to do is the exact thing, and I do mean the exact thing, that hurts Chud the Builder. It's a twofold type of situation. One, he is one of the more notable and credible faces that is behind this whole Chud the Builder thing. And he is leading marches and movements in attacking this judge's character.
This is a judge who, just before Dalton's trial, an illegal Mexican drunk driving, got 2 months. She lectured him saying, you can't risk this, you might get deported.
No testosterone.
Giving an illegal immigrant advice not to get deported, who just was driving on without a license, obviously, while drunk. She has the audacity to do this. It's pretty sad.
So he's sitting here attacking the credibility of the judge in question, all the while having an audience who is being radicalized by the content that he is putting out, the narratives that he's trying to spin, etc., etc. And then these same people turn around and they make it worse. They're not helping Chud the Builder. They're proving that there's this ecosystem around escalation, turning every ruling into some sort of conspiracy, turning every critic into a target. He's the same guy that attacked that city council guy as well. They're making this whole thing worse. Mind you, we got to remember the brand of Chud the Builder is provoke people, create enemies, make the audience feel like confrontation, and every confrontation is some sort of war, and then you monetize the chaos. Chud the Builder's been doing that for quite some time now. So even when he's locked behind bars, they're running with that same exact narrative. Literally, Chud the Builder could be free, or at least in some sort of better legal situation, but the same audience that encouraged the content is now helping create this image that the court is punishing in real time. Chud supporters think that they are defending him, but in reality, they're giving a live demonstration as to why the court should not trust him or anybody around him in any word that they have to say about all this.
Hey, you motherfucking know it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you talk about the motherfucking lie. Hey, you know it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Chimping out, man.
The worst part is I know bro's anger. But when it comes to stuff like that, man, you have to have such a high level of internal like self-control. It is not easy, bro. I don't think a lot of people understand. You know what I'm saying? When you see black people, you know, crashing out, or you know, having these moments right here, you know, it sucks. It sucks because it's easy for them to bait you in, because they're not only just attacking your character, they're attacking yourself. You know, they're attacking the idea of you. They're just attacking you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's individually or on a massive scale, right? And it sucks because sometimes you gotta sit there. You know, they could call you whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hell, what if they start getting to the point where they're like, okay, cool, racial slurs ain't hitting them. Now let's start hopping into threats. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if you threaten my family, of course, you know, like, could his threats be empty? Absolutely. But sometimes you don't want to take that chance, right? And sometimes you even want to just be like, I want to teach somebody a lesson, right? I want to teach somebody a lesson so they know. You know what I'm saying? You're only building that fantasy. You're only building that fantasy of exactly what they want, which is they want to prove that you are an aggressive person, you know, that you are exactly what they are saying you are. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And I like how the cops did it. You know, the cops, you know, or the sheriff, they're doing the best thing, you know, stepping in front, getting in face, you know, blocking his position. You know what I'm saying?
Close control. This is the reason why Austin,
you know what I'm saying? And they can't stop this guy because he has every right to yell. I mean, to scream the way he's screaming, which sucks. It's called free speech. It sucks, man.
In this community does not teach its people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf said, because of your failure as black parents, Mello Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
Think about all the people that have been stepping up for Chud the Builder in this time of need for the great white hope, right? The great advocate of free speech. We have, on one hand, a guy like Jake Lang, who is a known provocateur, known antagonizer. Hell, already been in these Tennessee courts, getting taken out in handcuffs by police officers outside of that same courtroom, yelling and screaming. Then goes down to the Carmelo Anthony trial and antagonizes and gets arrested for inciting some sort of violence toward Carmelo Anthony and the family and stuff like that. Then you have that pred-catching guy who took the stand saying that he would, you know, defend and put money up for Chud the Builder.
You would never say the N-word in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Well, you're wrong.
Needless to say, this guy is an online racist in his own right. Somebody who, if you were trying to prove that you weren't some sort of actual racist and you were just a free speech advocate, would probably not be the guy that you would want supporting you. And then you have his main supporter guy, his main person, you know, the guy that just came out the courthouse, antagonizing and sending people at city officials, most notably the judge's office, in order to send them threats or discredit them and other things. This is the ecosystem and the figures that support Chud the Builder. People who have built platforms on being aggressive, inflammatory, and confrontational. And their audience rewards it. They encourage it, right? The clips are being spread. The shock is there. The anger is there. Everybody is entertained because of it. But then the second that a legal system responds seriously in another shape, form, or fashion, hey man, this is just a joke. It shouldn't be taken this seriously. Why are people going crazy? This is where the contradictions come in. They want the benefits of making people feel unsafe without the consequences of being treated like a public safety concern. And all the while, there's only one person that is suffering behind all the nonsense that his supporters are putting out there in the world. And that's Chud the Builder. Not only is it making himself look worse in the court's eyes, he also can't get the truck. He can't get to the funds in the GoFundMe because of it. Remember, that's the reason why I couldn't tap into those GoFundMe funds, is because there was a question about the legitimacy of where these things were coming from. But I can almost promise you, if they weren't backed by these online racists, the judge would have no problem with it. But alas, it's not. And so now Chud the Builder sits in the literal worst case scenario where the judge is not only judging the action that he's done, whether it be in Nashville or the other county in Tennessee, which he shot a man in front of a courthouse, which for what it's worth, he was gonna get packed up for that either way. But now, in my opinion, it's a little bit slanted, right? They're looking at the entire online social media presence and saying, yo, buddy, you're an idiot, and we're gonna pack you up for it. Chud's biggest problem is not the charges, right? I think that he could either get them lowered or looked at in a different light if it was just him and his defense attorney. But now, because of the people behind him confirming the image that is being painted by the prosecution and not just Chud the Builder, he's got a tough road ahead. It's almost like he's swimming upstream to try to get to the next piece of land so he can get out of this river, and simultaneously his supporters are swimming downstream, right, tied to it. And so he's having a hard time getting forward, gaining any sort of momentum. He needed the court to see the distance between the content and the real world. But the shooting in itself, that erased any distance that was there. Him running out on a building yelling racial slurs is erasing more distance. And if there was any distance left, his supporters are doing a piss poor job in wiping it clean away. But do I have any sympathy at all? No. This is the same audience that was rewarding said escalation. These were just dogs, right? These were his boys in the pound that supported all the nonsense. And they're still in it, right? They're still in the fight with him. So while Chud may want you guys to shut up, no. I say don't shut up. I say stand 10 toes with Chud the Builder in his time in need and double and triple down. If you change stances now, well, that really shows that you guys were soft, right? So I say quadruple down in your efforts. Go to that judge and say some things, right? Discredit her. Discredit anybody that's involved, you know, and live with the outcome while Chud the Builder sits behind closed bars and is locked away for a good majority of his natural born life. It'll be okay though, because you advocated for him. You dumbasses. Y'all are so dumb. Y'all are so dumb for attacking Flacco, thinking that it was gonna end up better for you. They're looking at all this shit now. Hey, these guys are idiots. They're dumb guys. They're dumb.
I kind of want to watch this. This kind of looks interesting. Let me watch one more video. Throw me easy. Oh, man. Damn, bro, punch pushes off content. Look at that. Literally a day, bro. You gotta, fucking respect. Is he just doubling down? Bro. Hold up.
Do not live with your woman. I've been telling you guys this for years. Don't do it. Living with your girl is gonna make you
I never knew that. Danielle. Oh.
Yo, if you live, dude, do not live within this sphere. I'm telling you, people, do not live within this sphere. What are we doing?
Told me that it's gay to live with your woman. So
extremely
one of us has
gay.
to move out, and I let
Yuck.
All right, that makes sense. So how long do I have until I have to get out?
until I finish recording this video.
Be gone.
God.
Stop.
Don't touch him. I'm telling you, bro. What's good? What's good with this, bro? People are so. I understand. All right, he's a good baiter when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? I think bro knows how to. I think he knows how to navigate the content scene when it comes to this. I don't know if he's been saying this shit for years. But this shit is crazy, bro. Bro, stop living with this fear. Bro, this is exactly why you'll never get anybody. And the worst part is, there's maybe like three people within that sphere that is actually probably going to succeed in everything that he says, and it is literally just filling out. Bro, I remember I used to watch his streams, right? Because I'm like, when I was at work, I'm like, I'm bored as fuck. I need something to just watch. And when I was watching the videos, I'm like, dude, every time it just drained me, right? It drained me because I'm looking and I'm like, bro, these girls come on here. Like, is the clout really that big to where you're going to come here and just destroy? And I mean destroy your character, bro. Like, actually destroy, right?
I'm gonna be honest. Right? The only person that I can say I respect on his podcast, and this is like, is Myron himself. His own hosts don't even follow what they be presenting. They are probably the worst example of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, sometimes you go in there and it's just, oh my God, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how they can just get played sometimes, man. I'm telling you.
Pride Month
it is
just
bad.
ended. We are finding
Like I
out
said,
in
there's
real
no
time
there's
what
no
some of our favorite
me saying, oh,
content
he's a good
creators' preferences
YouTuber or
are when
streamer.
it comes
Nah.
into the bedroom.
I just mean, like,
you know, it's
you
surprising.
you gotta give it to bro. He stands on what he says, at least when it comes to a lot of stuff. I haven't seen them in a very long time, but when it came to a lot of stuff, Myron actually stood on a lot of the things that he said, right? He stood on a lot of the things compared to his co-host, you know, the guy who almost got them pregnant and like, oh, nah, these dumb bitches, bro. What? Come on, bro. You fell to temptation just like every other dude. Come on. You not this guy. And then like, shut your dumb ass, bitch. Especially the other guy. That's how he sound like. Bitch, what you talking about? What? Then immediately, like,
for years, we thought that Myron Gaines hated women because he was a part of the Red Pill community, but maybe we were wrong. Maybe he was more like Chud the Builder than we actually thought. Because sometimes when people play a character way too hard, sometimes the small cracks start to seep out the reality of their situation. Myron Gaines just said men who choose to live with women, whether it's their girlfriend or their wife, are gay. And maybe we have a new definition of what gay is. Hey man, Pride Month just ended, but learning is still going on. You know, most people would say that, you know, being attracted to a woman as a man and living with them, you know, procreating with them, just having recreational sex with them would possibly be the straightest thing that you could possibly be doing. But you've been wrong this whole time. That's why you're stupid. You're stupid, and big macho alpha male Myron Gaines is going to put you on the right path. That's because in Myron Gaines' world, the ultimate, and I do mean ultimate form of masculinity, is chasing women. You know, yelling at women is very masculine as well. Inviting them onto your podcast and calling them all types of 304s and disrespecting them. That's masculinity as well.
Yeah, fuck Puerto Rico as well, you dumbass. Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get out of here, Denver. Nobody cares.
Actually going home and living with them, like laying down with them, kissing them on the lips.
Yuck.
That's exactly what Myron Gaines is in his social media career. He spent the past couple of years saying the most outrageous and inflammatory things, to now he has to one-up himself every time with something more and more ridiculous.
You don't?
No.
All men, can I just say, all men say they don't, and they actually do.
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you even? Exactly. What do you think of Clav getting rejected by threes in Paris? You guys need to realize that if Clavicular is getting rejected, you niggas are all cooked. If Clavicular is getting rejected by twos and threes in Paris, that's no bueno at all.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I always thought women were pretty good at sensing certain things when it comes to that initial startup. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that sense gets just clouded a little times, but I do feel like most of the time, isn't the guy autistic? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we can. I think we all have that secret sense to where you like look at a video like, okay, you may be a handsome dude, but you are couple not I was about to say membranes.
Oh, that means the average man is cooked.
He just said that Clavicular was too bad to be rejected, like he was too sexy and attractive to be. Come on, gang. Women talk too much became women need a 200 count word limit. Modern women are difficult became women are useless. And now living with your girlfriend is gay. At this point, Myron Gaines isn't giving out any dating advice. He is out red pilling himself in front of a dying audience, and that character is starting to tell on himself. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. For the fellas, come and find home with me in the community. And for the ladies, get out. That's gay. Now, back into the video.
Do not live with a woman. Like this shouldn't be like some weirdo shit. Do not live with your girl, bro. Don't do it. Well, Myron, I want to get sex. Like I want to be able to, like, you know, hang out with her and watch movies. No. I'm gonna tell you why. Living with your girl is gonna make you a
now, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw that he had said this, it was via a tweet, and I thought that it was fake. I think that we all naturally think that this has to be some sort of fake, until you hear him literally say this. Myron has spent years telling men, hey, this is how you control women, this is how you get their attention, this is how you get their respect, and then ultimately you as a man can, you know, set up some sort of life with a woman. You know, have kids, get married, do all the fine and dandy things. But now, somehow, and I promise you, it just doesn't make any sense to me, he's gone to the furthest extremes of this. Now it is, hey, if you live with a woman by choice, you choose to be gay. This is what's wrong with this whole like red pill content ideology and movement. It's this one-up culture that is greater than any side of the internet that we've ever seen before. And now these people are starting to sound so ridiculous. They're trying to speed run to see who can hate women the
No, I agree, man. It's so wild. Like, especially when you hear it out in reality. Like, I remember hearing it in reality. It was like, and it's like you just hear people saying just the most outrageous shit, bro. I've heard somebody say the reason men can't find a job is because women's taking all their jobs. What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Already, you are a failure of an individual, of a human being when you say shit like that, right? We need to go back to the days when women can't say shit. What are we talking about? What are we doing, people? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? They need to cook, clean, shut the fuck up. No. It's not the move.
Who can say the most outlandish things to the tune of, if you associate with them outside of doing the physical act, you're gay, even though if you live with the woman, you would still be doing the same physical act. It just makes no sense. Now, mind you, this is just the most recent example. We don't stop in on Myron Gaines quite often because at some point, I'm not gonna lie, my brain
Top G.
Fried. But he also said that women should have a 200 word limit per day.
Tell your girl she has a 200 word limit every
Ladies,
24
don't
hours.
Listen to this shit, bro.
When she's down to 50 words left, you give her the warning. Hey, you got 50 words left? I'll speak to you again in 24 hours.
He said that women are useless. He said that women are the hard R.
Women are retards.
And don't get it twisted. He's somehow including his own family members in this. His mothers, his aunties, his grandma.
I don't fucking respect women at all. Even me looking back now on like women in my life, grandma, mom, aunt, they said a lot of retarded shit.
So this isn't a situation where Myron's just being inflammatory again. Because hell, that would just be another day that ends in why. This is about why he keeps going further and pushing the misogyny to a whole nother level, because the normal shock doesn't shock people anymore. Now, once you start to understand that Myron Gaines is stuck in this perpetual loop of one-upping himself, this most recent clip of him kicking out someone from his studio makes so much more sense. Because Myron does not just say the most extreme things when he is comfortable. It gets even worse when he's in a room that he feels like he can't control and it's slipping away from him.
Thank you. Your mom is Florida. You stupid
racist too.
Stand your ground.
He just tell this woman that this is Florida and this is stand your ground. It's not even what stand your ground means. He's about to end up like Chud the Builder. The problem with Myron Gaines is that he's like this walking contradiction. His brand is not that he just doesn't like women, because trust me, he does dislike modern women. His brand is that he's supposed to be the controlled one, the reserved one, the alpha male that's in power. You know, the one that doesn't get emotional behind the small stuff. He's supposed to be calm, logical, masculine. The guy that's supposed to sit across from women that they bring onto the platform and expose them without losing his frame. But there's been too many clips that have come out recently that kind of expose that that's not really who he is. That's just his image.
When I first started seeing him, he was definitely, a lot of that wasn't the full story. That's why I said what I did. But like I said, compared to his co-hosts, they've been living that. They've been living what he's saying right now the entire time.
Character that he portrays when he doesn't face the backlash of, I don't know, normal human interaction or conversation.
So the reason why men don't enjoy talking to women is because there's a couple problems. What'd you say? Here's the problem with
there's no patience. That's why.
Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. When I'm talking, shut the fuck up. Honestly, get all these bitches out of here, bro. Get all these bitches out of here. Get the fuck out the show, man.
Let's go.
Yo, get all these bitches out of here, bro. Get all these bitches out of here, bro. I do not want to deal with this shit. Get them the fuck out of here, dude.
He invited these women. He controls the studio. He gives them alcohol. He gives them microphones. He gives them the platform. Mind you, that he's all supposed to be in control of. And with that being said, he controls who stays and who leaves. And with every single advantage that I've listed at his disposal, the second that they don't let him speak, he starts looking like the emotional one. This is why this whole clip is so funny. See, Myron is supposed to be teaching these men how to be super masculine leaders, but in a room that is of his own, that he controls, he cultivates, and he curates, he cannot lead a conversation without removing people who disrupt him. And this connects back to those extreme takes that he was making earlier, because when Myron can't control the room, he always resorts to being disrespectful and degrading the people that are in it.
If you have a vagina,
get up and get the fuck off the show. Get up and get the fuck off the show. We don't want y'all bitches here no more. Get the fuck of here, bro. Honestly, I'm done.
Women aren't just annoying, they're useless. Women don't talk too much, they need a word limit. A man living with a woman
Shit is
is making a
fucking
bad
wild.
decision. Well, not just a bad decision, he's gay. Everything has to be this most extreme thing because the normal argument is usually...
That's one problem with content creation nowadays, man. It's like, it's always that need to one up, you know what I'm saying? And it's not the case for a lot of people. It's not a case for a lot of people, but when you've created that persona, eventually, like you said, it starts crashing down and the seeps start coming through, man. Because it's exhausting to maintain. It's exhausting to maintain. You know, one day you do 1, the next day you do 2, then the next day it has to be 6, then the next day it has to be 20, then the next day it has to be 135, then the next day it has to be 4,000. You know what I'm saying? It gets exhausting, especially if you don't have something that is an infinite content farm, if you might say. You know what I'm saying? Will this always be the case? Will there always be men in the world that look down upon women? Unfortunately, yes, there will. But when it comes to but is this something that is like, is this one of those things that can be infinitely farmed? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't think so. At least I don't think so. Like I said, obviously his need to feel like he needs to keep one-upping is clearly one of those things where it's like, even he must see like there's a droppage, you know what I'm saying? Or his character persona must be breaking a little bit. He must feel like he's losing control in some aspect.
Not enough anymore. And he's also mastered the art of content creation because he knows what will and will not go viral. You can't just say those lay things anymore because hell, he says those things in everyday speak and everyday conversation. Mind you, this is somebody who streams on like a daily basis. So if he comes out with, you know, hey, modern women are, then it's not gonna go viral as if he said, hey, women are useless. You can't go with the normal, some men lose themselves in relationship. Oh no, there's way too much nuance and context in that. That's just too vanilla. He has to go to the extreme and say all men who live with women are gay. Mind you, his dad lives with a woman. Is his dad gay? Myron, is your dad gay? You're willing to acknowledge how slow your mom and your grandma were. Fine. Is your grandfather and your father gay for living with them? He's not finding any new truths in the world based off of these different experiences. He's just taking that same messaging that he had a couple years ago that was shocking then but vanilla now, and he's putting the shock button on top of it. And so now you have this Myron Gaines in 2026 that is ultimately a character of himself, slinging insults about these different demographics in order to appease this stupid audience.
Why you hate black people? Why you so racist? Why you hate women? My fatigue is through the roof with these people, bro. These fucking fried chicken connoisseurs, man. Watermelon felon, EBT entrepreneur, weave warrior bandits, man. I do, you know, you can do like the thing where people could come up or whatever and talk. I do that on TikTok. Who comes up? Obviously some Shaniqua.
What is this soundboard sound? This is the stupidest thing in the world. See, this is the real story. Myron and people like him, for what it's worth, aren't becoming more insightful. He's becoming more extreme because the character requires it. Think about it for a second. Has Myron Gaines said anything new in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years that he's been on the internet? Has he said anything revolutionary? Has he went out, explored, got different perspectives and takes on the things that he's done, said, any of that stuff? No, he actually hasn't. He's just taken his old work, which would be something like, I don't know, modern women are bad, and it would go viral back then, but he's just repackaged it now because he's worn it out so much. That same audience has heard that nonsense for years at this point, and every Joe Blow, Tom, Dick, and Harry is saying it. So with that being said, he has to come through with a more extreme version of that. Now they need word limits, now they're useless. Myron's so deep in this character that he's even gone as far as like attacking his own family members, which is just super duper low-hanging fruit. And anybody that criticizes him is a Shaniqua or
well, unfortunately, I think he's always been criticized.
Monkey noises thrown at them.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it a couple times. Your mama black? Why are you talking like that? Bro, all I heard was...
They're too critical, they're too emotional, they're jealous, they're brainwashed, they're weak. That's the formula right there. He reduces people into categories, first and foremost, disrespects that category, waits for the backlash, then uses the backlash as proof that he was right. His fans get an enemy, his critics get a clip, the algorithm gets engagement, and Myron gets rewarded for being worse. But the irony of it all is that he sells men this idea that they can get some sort of control in their lives. And the whole time he's controlled by this content loop. He tells men to not be emotional, but his biggest clips are of him sounding angry.
3 years later, police some bitch that makes the same allegations again! You f***ing idiots!
He tells women to speak less, but his entire career is dependent and contingent on women speaking more. And one of his foundational pillars of telling men, you know, you need to pursue a good woman and a good career, but now he's making it sound as if it's actually weak to live with one. This is why this new version of Myron feels so different. It doesn't feel like a man.
That's one thing that sucks too when it comes to opinion-based takes and factual-based takes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but you can't. I'm almost certain you can't go up to Myron about an opinion-based take, right? Because he's always gonna hit you with facts. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's one thing where he's like, "Hey, I just want to talk to you about this topic," right? I want to talk to you about this topic. Well, he's always gonna be like, "Well, this is not factually, this is just not true," right? But isn't that just how certain things go, right? Because I guess you could have days where it's like you and one person just talking, and then there's another time where you're just trying to prove the other person wrong the whole time, right? And I think that's what a lot of conversations go. It's always, even if it's not explicitly done, it's like, oh well, you know, this could be that way, this could be that way. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a dying thing to have people truly sit down together and actually talk something out. You know what I'm saying? Actually talk something out, build off the idea of maybe this is possible, maybe, you know, maybe this actually could be the case. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. You'll never win. You'll never win with the guy. And when you do win with him, like you said, he's always going to take that control. Get the fuck off my podcast. You know what I'm saying? You dumb stupid or you dumb stupid bitch. That's what he's always going to do. And it's just the honest truth. And then, like I said, if you lash out any way against him, then, you know, you're the one in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? What did I tell you guys? I told you these dumb bitches, these dumb apes shouldn't be doing what they're doing.
And who's exposing society. It just seems like a content creator who's running out of places to take the same old act. Myron Gaines wants people to feel like he's the last honest man in the room. He's exposing the Matrix and all this woke liberal nonsense that is going on in society that has made men's testosterone go down, women's testosterone go up, etc., etc. But these recent clips make him look less like somebody who is in control or honest, and more like he's somebody who's desperate. Because when your worldview reaches the point where living with your wife sounds gay, the advice is not getting deeper. It's getting ridiculous. Have you ever seen a magician do the same card trick over and over and over again? They just take it from different show to different show, or different street corner to different street corner. That's exactly what this is feeling like right now. And that's the problem with Myron now. The more and more that he tries to prove that he's in control, the more and more it becomes obvious that the character is actually controlling him.
Crazy. It is crazy. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm gonna end it here, guys, because I think I am, I am, like I said, I just want to at least start streaming again, get back into the flow. Even though it was a day missed, you know, I don't know what the hell. Camera over there dying and glitching and jumping 2 inches per second. I don't fucking know. 1 frame per second. But nonetheless, I want to appreciate you guys for watching. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. I love you guys. Hope you guys do good, be good, eat good, sleep good, look good. Love you. I freaking love you. I freaking love you. Oh my God.